The first is a website called National Catholic Reporter Online. Anytime you're looking at an organization's website, it's a good idea to have a look at the link called About. That is right here. This will tell you briefly what is the purpose of the website. And so right here, a little paragraph mentions that the National Catholic Reporter began as a newspaper and is now in print and online as a news resource. It's an independent journalistic resource for Catholics and others who struggle with the complex moral and societal issues of the day. It says here that it's headquartered in Kansas City, Missouri in the United States of America, but they do have a global presence, including, of course, coverage of the Vatican over here, but there is a link here to look at their global resources. So when you click on that link to see the global coverage, you can scroll down and see the areas of the world that have the most current stories right now. European, the Vatican, there's Ireland, the Philippines, looks like Iraq. So, and then there are many pages of articles that you can scroll through. Or there is a search box on this page, and you can type in a specific location that you're interested in. So let's just say if I type in Africa. All of these stories will have Africa, and it'll be highlighted to show you where it appears. Okay, maybe you'd like to narrow that down to Ghana. Okay, there you are. And now maybe you want to narrow this down to a certain issue in Ghana. So let's add the word education. Whoops, I have to spell it right. There we go. Okay, so now I'm noticing that there's lots of the words education here, but nothing about Ghana. And down here, there's a resource that has Ghana, but nothing about education. So I did a little research and I figured out that there's a little trick on this particular website to finding articles that have both concepts in them, and that is to add the plus sign in front of each of the words. Now your results will have both. This one doesn't, but it must somewhere in the article. This one does. Ghana, education, education, Ghana, Ghana, education. So that seems to make a big difference in the search results. If you would like to expand this a little bit, perhaps for all of West Africa, you can type in West Africa, but to get this database to search the entire concept of West Africa and not the individual words West Africa, we'll put those in quotes. Okay, so everything here will have West Africa, and those words will be next to each other as a phrase. Okay, now let's say we want to maybe research business in West Africa. I'm going to put a plus there to be sure that it shows up in every search result. And there's West Africa and business. West Africa business. So all of these are articles that you can read if the title of the article interests you. So let's just click on one of these and look at it briefly. Here's the article. All right. And a future video, the very next one on the list, will show you how to cite this source as well. Okay. The next link on the list is to the Global Sisters Report at the National Catholic Reporter. And just to show you also, on the National Catholic Reporter site we were at before, there is a link, if you're already here, there is a link into the Global Sisters report right up here. But I thought it was a good enough resource that I would like to have it highlighted on our list so that you can go straight to that if it interests you. So this is the Global Sisters report. It's a wealth of information about specific items that you may find useful in your studies. So the different topics are across the top on this blue banner. And so, for example, and you can also just scroll down and see what the most current stories are. But let's click on a topic, for example, the environment. And you can scroll down to read stories that are listed here, or you can choose a place and find stories based on either your own location or some place that you're studying in a future course. So let's just click on the one for Ghana. So when you click on it, this box pops up and you just have to roll over until you find the title, and the text will change color like that. And then you just click on that and the article opens up. This one's called To Baffle to Build, and it's a story from Ghana that you can read, and if that works for whatever research you're doing at the time, then it is an article that you can cite. Again, there's another video on this list that will take you through the basics of citing your resources that you find here. Okay, the third link on our list is into the United Nations Africa Renewal Magazine. This is a web magazine. Okay, the About link on this page is right here. And it tells us that this magazine focuses on economic and developmental challenges facing Africa today. However, these topics would also necessarily include such issues as education and even the empowerment of women, because they're all wrapped up together in economic and development challenges that are facing the area. And there's also a search box on this page, but unlike the other website, plus signs don't make any difference at all. So, for example, let's just type in Ghana and education. And the search results have Ghana and education in them, so that's very handy. But if you do want to expand your search to West Africa, you should definitely put that in quotation marks so that it will keep those two words together as a phrase. And there you have it. These are your search results that have West Africa and education in them. And we can click on one of these to see the full article. Okay. All right. See the next video on the list to learn how to cite these articles that you have found for your paper. And have a great day.